The only driver into the 360s in top fuel and reset the track speed record at 338.85 miles per hour. She drives the Chevrolet Accessories Top Fuel Dragster for John Force Racing and took the #1 spot for the 6th time this season and the 58th time in her career. Please welcome to the stage the 2-time Top Fuel World Champion, your #1 qualifier, Brittany Force.
And Friday night here at the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Brittany Force won the Ted Weens Tricker Traction Award to present the check for $3,500. Jennifer Weens from Ted Weens Complete Auto Service. $3,500 additional dollars to Brittany Force for being low of Friday night. Congratulations, Brittany. Thank you, Jennifer. Brittany Force. More bonus money and yet another #1 qualifier. Brittany, tell us about the run that put you #1.
Oh, it was a beautiful run. You know, we ran 69. It was right in our window. It was what we were aiming to do. Where's the screen? But #1 qualifier, it's awesome. They said 58 in my career, which just seems unreal. But really proud of this team. You know, we got 2 solid runs. We were pushing yesterday to see what we could get away with, but we're confident coming into race day. We're looking to win here. We did it last year, so we'd like to repeat and do it again.
Yeah, this is a track where you've had really great success, and the witch costume worked for you as well. You had your own costume as well, Michael Myers. Where did that come from?
I did. The whole team decided, since we're monster most of the year, we'd all do some kind of monster mask, monster theme. So it was fun warming the car up, bringing the car up here. All the guys were team players and wore their masks, and it was fun that they all got into it.
There's been a lot of announcements coming out of John Force Racing, 2 races to go. As you walk out on the stage and you look into the eyes of your fans, like, how do these moments feel to you?
I love these moments. These moments are the best. I'm definitely going to miss them. It's the fans that make, you know, this job and this job's so great. What I get to do every single weekend is because of the fans and all the support around me, JFR, NHRA, and all my sponsors. I love you all, and we're hoping to put on a great show for you today.
She is your #1 qualifier. She got the job done. Maybe we'll see at 340 this morning. Who knows? Brittany Force, good luck today.
On hip-hop guy.
Oh, yes, I am aware of that, actually. All right, here comes the single in round #1. This is your #1 qualifier for the 58th time in her career, Brittany Force.
Having set a track record here yesterday.
That speed, 338.85 miles per hour. So the Las Vegas Motor Speedway fans disappointed that they didn't get the 340. But it's so hard to do here.
It's an
really
altitude
hard.
track.
Yes, the altitude tracks makes that really hard. I mean, making those rounds here, we would have to see the absolute perfect condition. I'm not saying it can't be done. It's just really hard with altitude.
Yeah. For context for the Vegas fans here, a 369.7 at 338.8. Like, if we took the same run with the same atmospheric conditions and we just stuck it in Pomona or Gainesville, where the altitude is very low, that's probably a 367, well over 340. Like, it made the run the race fans are used to seeing. It's just the performance is hindered a little bit by the altitude.
As evidenced by the fact that that was the only 360 run in Top Fuel to qualify.
David Grubnick, John Collins tuning this race car. Chevrolet Accessories.
A spectacular Halloween social media video, by the way.
Yes, it was.
You should look at that on the JFR Racing site, or maybe Brittany's.
Let's see what Brittany can do. A free shot at the racetrack here today. Car drives left a little. 375.8, another booming speed.
Yeah.
337 miles per hour. But not enough for lane choice.
I had an interview with Justin Ashley earlier, and I said, you know, it has not escaped any of us that the top 2 guys in Top Fuel points are the most collected guys out here. But I think Doug is almost born that way, and I think it's more calculated for Justin. But then you look at him in interviews where he's in a countdown chase, and he's just lost his crew chief, and he didn't actually get down the track, and he's still absolutely
Langdon, and also an opportunity to try to keep his world title hopes alive. Here's Clay Millican and Brittany Force. Let's check in with Hannah Rickards.
Even though they're about to battle it out on the track, right after getting suited up, Clay Millican walked over to Brittany Force in the lanes and gave her a hug. So as much as they're fierce competitors, there's also the sentimental side at the end of this chapter in Brittany's career.
Well, Clay might have the thought, this could be the last time that I race her.
It could be.
You don't know.
You remember, Brittany Force's crew chief, David Grubnick, helped tune Clay Millican to what was at the time the quickest run in drag racing history.
Without a white rabbit.
Without a white rabbit, that's correct.
He did pull a rabbit out of a hat.
It was, of course, at Pomona Drag Strip back in 2018. Millican left and Brittany Force right. Monster Energy Drink Chevrolet.
And by the way, that
Chevrolet
run,
accessories this weekend.
a 3:6:23, 3:6:28, tied with Doug for second quickest of all time.
Brittany moves first and motors into the semis. 376.4, 335. I got to tell you, that Chevrolet Accessories JFR team certainly has the looks of a team that's trying to repeat after winning this event last year. 3.764, 335 miles per hour. Brittany Force to the semifinals. Joe.
John Collins. John, we know how hard you guys are working to get one more Wally during Brittany's career, maybe two this weekend. This track has been so friendly to her over the years. What's it like going to the semis?
It's great going to the semis. Like you say, at least one more win for Brittany for what her record is. We're just going to keep pushing and racing the track, and hopefully we'll get a win.
Gasoline in the injectors of the top fuel cars, and Brittany Force's machine rumbles to life first, as it often does. These teams have vastly different routines. The semifinal round of Mission Foods Top Fuel Eliminator up and running. David Freiberger, Ida Zetterstrom rejoined me in the booth here. A tale of two different stories on the ladder here in this one for Brittany Force and Tony Stewart. You're talking about two racers whose countdowns haven't gone the way that they'd hoped. Trying to finish the season strong with wins before career-changing moments. In the case of Brittany Force, we're talking about a retirement, at least for the immediate future.
Yes.
To start a family with her husband, Bobby, and a Josh Hart driver replacement in that car for next year.
Yep.
For Tony Stewart, we're talking about leaving this team that he's helped rebuild over the last 2 years after nearly won a championship with his wife, so that his wife, Leah Pruitt, can return to the cockpit while Tony goes and starts fresh with a new car and a new team and new crew chiefs next year. So both these drivers ultra motivated to finish this season strong, and then the next pair that's rolling into the water box has all the championship implications on it. This is a really fun Final Four in Top
It
Fuel.
definitely is, no doubt about it.
Brittany and Smoke, head to head. Brittany trying to go back to back at this event. The last two Top Fuel winners here at the Strip of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tony for the four wides in the spring. Brittany at this event on a Monday 1 year ago. Who goes to the finals?
Flickering the bulb.
Tony moves first and smokes the tires. Brittany with a cylinder out is going to go 382, 323, and Brittany Force to the final round here in Top Fuel. 2 weeks after heartbreak in Las Vegas, a crew error led to that car not firing in the semifinal round. Brittany Force returns to the finals here in Las Vegas. Joe.
Here with John Collins. All right, here we go. You guys are going to that final round we talked about. Boy, that light was flickering over there. She kept her concentration.
She did. Brittany's doing a great job. You know, it looked like it put a cylinder out and slowed down. We'll go back and fix that and just come back and race for the final. Hopefully we can get this win for her.
The 40th final round in Brittany Force's career comes here at the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Here's another look. Tony into tire smoke at 330, and Brittany's cylinder went out right behind it. Boy, how much weight would that take off of Brittany Force's shoulders if she could turn on one more win light here today? Let her go into her final race at her home track in Pomona, 10 minutes from where she grew up in Yorba Linda, and just have a chance to really enjoy it and take in that moment.
I asked her off camera, it's like, which one do you want worse? She said both.
It's a great
Good
answer.
answer. Good answer.
Great answer.
That's a racer's answer.
Yeah. But if I had to guess deep down, it would be Pomona.
Sure.
Obviously, and ending your so far career, we don't know if she's coming back, but so far, if you're ending that with a win, obviously that's the way to cap it off, and especially with everything they've had such a fantastic season this year with all the new records they've broken, but just like they talked about before, winning more rounds for her and just adding to that record book before she steps out.
Yep.
I know how important that is, and obviously a big win here in Vegas would definitely be massive for them.
Brittany Force with Courtney Enders.
That's right. Top Fuel is just getting more interesting every round that we go. And Brittany, I'm going to be the one to say this. They've been talking about on the PA. This is a different era of Brittany Force. And going into Pomona, this is your hometown. Going in with just one more win than you had coming out of this. I know that you want that before you take a little breather.
We do. We want to finish our season strong. You know, looking at my career from 2013 all the way until now, we've accomplished so much. But now that we're here and we're inching towards Pomona, we really want to end strong. And we'd love to do it with a win here this weekend.
And maybe both.
Yeah, that's once we get there. I'm focused on right now.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And here comes Brittany Force in the Chevrolet accessories. Top Fuel Dragster, the folks at Monster Energy Drink and HendrickCars.com out of the John Force Racing camp. It felt like in Dallas that was Brittany Force's race to lose. And then a parts failure on a human mistake led to the car dying on the burnout in the semifinals. And that team, you have to think, has been just clawing at this moment, waiting. When can we get back to the track for redemption? And they have an opportunity to do that here in the finals.
They sure do.
This is intense, man. Ida and I were just talking. Like, you want to see Sean get closer to the championship, but you also want to see Brittany win. It's a nail biter.
Definitely is.
And here we go. Brittany completes her burnout. Sean Langdon rolls forward. Talk about the possibility for a redemptive story for Langdon as well. You know, 1 year ago today, Sean Langdon will tell you that Sean Langdon should have raced Brittany Force in the final round on Sunday night.
Yeah.
But then his teammate blew up a rear end in the semis, caused an oil down that was too long to clean up with the temperature falling. And in the process, Sean Langdon went over and hit a block, something he'd never done his entire career. Think about that. Sean Langdon had been drag racing for 35 years, had never hit anything in his career, and hit a block and got disqualified, and cost himself a chance to race Brittany in the finals, and perhaps cost himself a world championship. Sean's been waiting for this moment.
No matter what happens in this pair, honestly, Sean has been the story of the event, in my opinion, and what he's gone through from qualifying into the round where he's pedaling the thing. Then he goes against Doug and wins, and now here he is, and we'll find out what happens.
Brittany has a winning record in her career over Langdon, 17-12. She's 2-1 against him in final rounds. Both those wins came in her championship season of 2017. The final round of Top Fuel here in Las Vegas is set. They leave together. Who's got a better race car? Brittany Force wins in her final season. Brittany gets it done. 3.704, 337 miles per hour. And Brittany Force will hoist a Wally here in Las Vegas. The 19th win of her career, the second of the year. And Brittany Force gets it done. She was 0.65 on the starting line. Sean was 59, and David Grubnick had just a little bit too much in that Chevrolet Accessories Top Fuel car. Brittany Force wins in Las Vegas, Joe.
Here with John Collins. Sean, you talked about it all day. You guys got that Wally. You got the job done. Tell me what it feels like to be a part of this team.
It feels awesome. You know, the main thing we wanted is to get Brittany another win to put her in the history books of what the race win she's done. It's great for the team. It's come together. We're really excited about next year.
Congratulations on the win, Brittany Force, your top fuel winner. Check out that margin.
17 thousandths, the margin of victory. With that win, Brittany Force becomes the winningest female in the history of Top Fuel Eliminator. Her 19th career win breaks a tie with the legend, Shirley Muldowney.
Fantastic pull, Galvin. I remember we were following that closely earlier in the season when the tie came. We stopped looking at it, but there you go.
3.704, 337, and her best reaction time of eliminations in 065 light. When Brittany Force needed it most, she delivered for her race team. Look at the celebration. Eric on the top end.
From Brittany Force.
You're looking at the 19th career Wally in the hands of Brittany Force. And as this phase of your career comes to a close, how tight are you holding on to that Wally in these moments?
This moment is such a big one. You know, our last win was epping, beginning of the season, and I'm stepping out of the seat at the end of the season, so we wanted to finish strong. You know, the Chevrolet accessory team, Monster Energy, Pete, Cornwall Tools, Graham Rahal Performance, all of my guys, they've been saying since I made the announcement, well, they knew well before, but they've been saying to me, we want to get you one more win. I wanted to get them one more win as their driver, and we got it done. So proud. This one I want to dedicate to my mom. My mom right over there, she has been my biggest support system through everything, all the ups, all the downs. Thank you. And especially, thank you.
Oh my God.
She's been my biggest supporter. And she helps me find the balance on those days where you carry all this pressure up to the starting line. And there's so much going on in your head. It's her. So this one's for her and all my boys, my team. Love you guys.
Wow, what an emotional.
Oh, and I also want to say I just found out Kyle Larson just won. Congratulations, teammate.
Whoa.
Oh.
Breaking news, Brittany Force. Breaking news. Spoiler.
Wow, that was emotional.
Congratulations, Kyle Larson. Man.
And she talks about the support system, and it's so important in this sport. And obviously, having her mom there, you could see how much it meant for her.
What a day here in Las Vegas. Race fans, please come on down. I'm telling you, you was the winningest woman in the history of the Nitro ranks of Top Fuel. 19 wins to surpass Shirley Muldowney, and you get at least one more, and boy, a chance now for a storybook ending.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yes, I forgot. They told me up at the top end, those stats, so we're really excited to do that. David Grubnick, all my guys, when they knew what was going on, end of the season for me, they said, we want to get you one more win in this countdown. And we've been chasing it. We've been pushing hard, and Vegas is just our lucky track, so we were able to get it done, and so proud of this win, so proud of all my guys, all our sponsors, everyone involved.
And you're driving in the final round. I mean, you absolutely stepped up in a big way with Sean in the other lane. You've raced against Sean now for 10 years. You've had a winning record against him, but you know he's a world champion, and you knew he'd be on his game. You were 065. When you left the starting line, you were right there, and you gave David Grubnick the opportunity to drive you into the winner's circle. You were every bit a part of this win here today.
Thank you so much. You know, it's not easy when you go up there, especially whether it's first round, but final round, there's that added pressure. You know, you want to win, and you have a champion in the lane next to you, and that team over there is strong. They're solid. We all needed to do our part. This Chevrolet accessory team, we all needed to bring it to the table, and we did enough to get a win light on.
When you think back to this event last year, and you were able to win this race, it broke a dry spell for the team. You got the double up with Austin, but you did it on Monday. You didn't get this moment. You didn't get to celebrate with all of these great fans here. How much more does that mean to you to know? I mean, this place erupted when you won tonight.
Aw, thank you. Thank you to the fans. Woo! Yes, last year was special, but it was a whole different animal. We came out Monday morning for the final round, and then in the winner's circle, Grubnick he pulled the cooler because we're going testing. So it was just a different experience, but it was still a win. It was a win in our book, a great win. My dad was here after his wreck in Virginia. It was his first race back. It was my first win in 2 years, so there was a lot happening that day. And we did it again this year, but on a Sunday.
But on a Sunday, yes, you did. Congratulations. After the heartbreak in Dallas, Brittany Force returns to the winner's circle here in Las Vegas.